Louisiana agriculture and business leaders stand ready to pounce on the Cuban commodity market as relations between the island nation and the United States continue to thaw. USDA Under Secretary for Farm and Foreign Agricultural Service, Michael Scuse, visited with industry leaders in Baton Rouge for a roundtable discussion on trade with Cuba. Business and ag leaders, such as Louisiana Farm Bureau President Ronnie Anderson, met with Secretary Scuse to make the case for increased access to Cuba. Louisiana Commissioner of Agriculture and Forestry Dr. Mike Strain noted the close proximity to the island nation as a strong selling point in marketing Louisiana commodities to the Cuban people. However, some business leaders noted that reparations owed to the United States by the Cuban government could stand in the way of renewed trade relations. Once Louisiana's #1 trade partner, rice industry leaders described Cuba as the holy grail as a marketplace for Louisiana rice. While everyone at the meeting revealed their enthusiasm to normalize trade relations with Cuba, Secretary Scuse says Congress has the power to get rice and other Louisiana commodities into Cuba.
Congress can make the changes and we can ship Louisiana rice down there this year. So, I mean, those barriers can come down, and it's up to Congress to bring those barriers down so that we can ship rice from Louisiana to Cuba. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to, but we're doing everything in our power to find ways that we can ship U.S. product to Cuba, looking at ways that maybe we can use some of the checkoff funds to do promotion programs in Cuba. We're looking at our ability to do that, but we're prohibited from using our program, market promotion programs at USDA, as well as our credit programs at USDA. But we need to break down the barriers, and once those barriers are breaking down, we can start shipping great Louisiana rice, cotton, corn, soybeans to Cuba.
We heard all the obstacles that are there, you know, the funding of being able to pay for the rice and how to move it and what embargoes are still there and settlements of the property and stuff like that. But I think there's some real opportunities. That door is opening. And I think for our rice producers, it is a great opportunity. And while we were doing the discussion, well, Undersecretary Scuse and I have been great friends for a long time. I think that gives us an opportunity to get his ear and get into his office. In fact, he and I talked about on my next trip to Washington to come by and visit with him and you know, talk about a lot of things, and this being one of them. He's very knowledgeable, and he's a great friend to have in that position.
Business leaders identified Cuba's lack of access to credit as a substantial hurdle that must be overcome before normalized trade can begin. More than 20 business and agricultural leaders attended the meeting with Undersecretary Scuse.